What are you doing? It is I, Territor Norris. Welcome back to Let's Play Oscar Academy. We're starting Chapter 2. Hopefully I can go full screen this time. Maya and Hannah were heading into their class early the next morning when Hannah saw Paul stopped in the hallway, staring at the wall. At the sight of him, her heart fluttered. But I was seeing her drinking on the bathroom door, but okay. Hannah? Maya followed her gaze. Oh, I see how this is. Well, don't mind me. I'll wait for you in class. Table winking and nudge towards Paul. Maya, I told you, it wasn't like that. It was a group date. Kind of, except for that bit at the end. See you later. She disappeared through the staircase door, and Hannah was left staring at the back of Paul's neck. Hey, Paul. Paul jumped and turned around. Hey, Hannah. He sighed and turned back to the wall. You okay? You don't seem very happy. Look. She looked over her shoulder and at what was on the wall. A neon blue poster proudly proclaimed, "Space Hamster for President." Small caption underneath the red and garish highlighter yellow. Together, we'll rocket into space. What? Just running for president. Things are looking good. Jeff's president? Well, whatever president thinks that was a good idea. Not that Jeff was a good guy. I mean, all for time knowing him, she didn't reason he was. She said he wasn't. It's just that, well, this is responsibility of a large segment of the student population, several of which were complete idiots, and the myriad valid perspectives and differing opinions he had to obtain while making decisions. It just didn't make any sense. You made him easily, right? I mean, you're outgoing, charismatic, funny. You got all the qualities of a good leader, and I feel like you're a natural politician. Paul chuckled. Thanks for saying that, but I don't think I can take this lightly. Jeff's a formidable opponent. He might never get, but he's got a calming presence. When a group of people are confused, they look to him for guidance. He strongly appeals to the youth of this generation. This generation? Technically way older than us. Anyway, I definitely have to step up my game if I want to win. Just pure applause won't be enough. Looks like this is going to be a long battle. Battle for the hearts and minds of the people? How cool. She beating him, he cocked an eyebrow. Are you teasing me? What? Me? No, I'm just, okay, I'm teasing you a little bit, but I also think it's really cool. I'd never be able to run for president. I'm always a person in the background, doing the weird things like organize schedules and filing papers. I'd never be able to stand in front of a crowd and try to get them to trust me. That takes some gusto. Knowing you, this would be how just to look forward to. Huh. He chuckled and rustled her hair. Hey. She patted back down, glaring at him. Miss Hannah, you cheered me up. You had your class, though. Can't have you missing a class on my account. Okay, try not to worry too much about it. I will. She waved at him as she left, but before she reached the stairwell, she glanced back at him. He was still staring at the poster, rubbing his neck as though he had a headache. She hoped he wasn't going to stress out about it too much. Soon she took to see the familiar shock of red hair and green eyes of such an interview. So tell me, how'd it go? She told her there's nothing romantic. He was worried about Jeff running president, so... Inside Jeff's name, Ian glanced at them from across the room. She instantly shut up. Jeff running president? Why don't we do that? Let's talk about this now. The important thing is you're overthinking things. When I said it, immediately perked back up. Fine, say so. I still think those feelings. Think what you want, you're delusional. They turned their seats, and Hannah got her stuff ready for class, thinking all the while. Delusional. Yes, not being delusional. Delusional. Hannah was lying awake in bed that night, for some reason unable to fall asleep. It was one of those times where no matter what she did, something was wrong. It was too hot. It was too cold. Her pajamas was too restricted. She trailed the rungs of Maya's bed above her with her toes, waiting for a sleep fairy to magically whisk her to her land of slumber. And there came a knock on their door. It was a soft knock, a secretive one. And she sat up quietly, unsure of whether she heard it. No, there was again. She stood and quietly patted over to the door, doing her very best not to wake Maya. She opened the door here, peeking out to see who it was. Instead, Paul stood in the doorway, drumming his hand on his pants, like a kid about to go on a roller coaster, filled with door forward. What are you doing here? You're going to be so trouble if people find out about this. Huh? Paul grabbed her hands and held them to his chest, eyes glittering. I know how I'm going to beat Jeff, and you're going to help me. What? He raised her hands and began patting the narrow space in front of her doorway. How to pull the door closed is not to blink my eyes. Seemed like this could take a while. Nick Josh not often tells people. There's something that simply cannot be argued. We're charismatic, charming, destructive. You got a nice complete combo with my guidance. Nick's positive humor and Josh's dour but hilarious perspective. We're everything people want, friends. But we're not what people want in a leader. Not yet. We need a strategist. A soldier. Be more perspective. Where do you find these things? How many people could trust them to handle our delicate humor? Who wouldn't turn on us the first time we tap upon their lives? He rolled his face on it, and just finger out of the throat. That's where you come in. Paul, I don't know. You're kind, you're contemplative, you're intelligent, you understand the female perspective, and you bring a new view of life at us that we couldn't share. That, and you're mysterious. A child student saw me appearing at school, girl with pink hair and access to the school's most popular and influential men. I don't know how you did it, but you've got everyone's eyes on you. Her shoulders hunched, and she tried to ease them away from her ears. She didn't know about that. Moreover, she didn't want that. She didn't want people to rely on her. Paul, I think you're misunderstanding. I'm not any of those things. I'd love to help you out with the campaign, but I can't be part of your team. I'd be in the spotlight. I'd be responsible. I'm still new here. It's too much pressure, too much stress. What if I messed up and I really hurt somebody? What if I made life worse for people who wasted their time? It's too much for me to handle. I can't. Paul grinned. This is exactly why I need you, Hana. Don't you see? We need you to level us out. We are all together too quick to make decisions, too sure of ourselves. I envisioned a flawless, unopposed victory. You and Jeff first told me he was running. I didn't expect him to get the following. But today was looking closer, I realized two things. First, he's serious about running. And second, the student body really feels like he can make a difference. More than I did this past year. He has his eyes to the floor for an instant, momentarily sad. She might ask him why, but he was already back at it. So, will you join me? With you, I really think we can do it. I have to think about it. I have no idea how I feel about it right now. Pause this for a second, then he's writing again. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. This is the caution and foresight we as a team require. Paul, keep your voice down. You cause a scandal. He goes slow, glancing up and down the hall. Right. Anyway, I'm looking forward to hearing your answer. Did you write anything else before I left? Actually, there's Alex here. If she joined, what would she be doing? Sharing after them looking at the messages? Making flyers and the like? Training them on? Providing consultations? There's something else she wanted to know. Something that she wasn't sure she had the courage to ask. The actual campaign that he wanted her help? Or was there something more behind it? Maybe we spent a lot of time together after all. Answer? What will my duties be? Good question. I suppose they're Hana. I'm not your Hana. Yet. He grinned, even though she knew he meant it platonically. Her heart skipped a beat. Anyway, you help us organize fundraisers and ways to reach the student body, as well as help us to start a campaign strategy and counter any moves put forth by our opponent. Like if they cast power, you counter with wizard. Most of all, you have to keep us rational. Make sure we don't let our emotions get the best of us if anything happens. Can you do that? Well, give us a thought. Paul nodded and clapped her on the back. She shivered. Thanks, Hana. Ready to hear what you have to say. Soon. Be ready. One district campaign would hope you get caught here. Right, be seeing you, Hana. And sweet dreams. Hana, as she watched herself, she jogged down the hall and out of sight. She sighed. No doubt working on the campaign would be fun. She was going to spend a lot of time with Paul. But was she really okay with torturing herself by hanging out with a guy who clearly wasn't interested? Could she face her fears of being in the public sky? She crawled into bed, finally started to sleep. One thing was sure, she needed Mai's opinion. So perfect to be, Hana. Mai Hana sat at the desk for class the next day. She quietly told her about Paul's midnight visit, and Mai, at first ecstatic with the potential for some kind of romance, quickly sobered. We're looking for a way to make her friends, right? Maybe this is the thing to do. I guess so. Might have a piece of gum into her mouth. The school newspaper open on her desk. It's just that I don't think she'll have to be able to handle that. It's good he's interested in me, and I don't want to spend more time with him. Maybe we'll get over him by spending time with him. Sometimes that happens, you know. They seem great until you spend all your time with them. You think? Well, let's just say I see as more likely in his case. 100 fingers on the desk. Maybe I could at least run to see him as a friend while on the council. Probably. It's just a crush after all. I'll get over it when I find someone else I'm interested in. I smiled at Mai, but she didn't even notice. Mai, are you listening to me? Hana, you should read this. Tell us through the newspaper. The continued news column had blurred off the page the headline, Secret Weapon? Her hands started to sweat as she read the words. Our current class president and one-third of the writing team for the continued column, Paul Ritchie, has revealed that he has a secret weapon in store for the student council elections. The fight is tough this time around. Ritchie was quoted saying, "So closely our weaknesses and decided to list a bit of outside help. Students have us way over the balance of their team in more ways than one, and I'm happy to announce that this is ease their minds. Ritchie will have further questions only. You'll meet her when the time comes." Hana put the newspaper down, watching Mai. Nora was reading it this morning. I bet half of them think she's got a girlfriend. Oh no. She put her head in her hands. My pat her on the back, nodding sadly. Still way I'm confused now, and not when he's already done this. Not unless he has someone else in mind. How can you do something like this? That's so manipulative. Rice's hands flew off her back, and her eyes darted towards the door. Maybe you tell her that yourself. Paul entered the classroom, glancing around quickly. When he saw her, he grinned and darted over. There you are, my dear. Oh boy, he was not helping the situation. Paul, how could you lose the paper? I never told you yes. Right, yeah, about that. Kind of naked dash to get started the article right before I went to talk to you. You see, the newspaper gets sent out of the printer at midnight, and when it's sent we can't make savings without paying for it out of our pocket. So by the time I got back, it was already in the paper. He goes uncertainly, and how does this attack his arm? What are you gonna do if I say no? You're going to say no? Her whisper shut in the classroom. Hana glanced around and slowly noticed him with eyes on her and Paul. Of course she should have known. Sure, the voice to whisper, trying to look as casual and uninvolved as possible, having seen you visit the classroom in the morning specifically to see her. Heck, even most couples chose me outside as to draw attention. This is practically a declaration of intent to date, even if she knew Paul didn't see it that way. Was he really so thoughtless, or did he just not see her in that way? So it never occurred to us I feel they could be a couple? Either option depressed her. Look, we're making a scene. We should meet after school to talk about it. Great idea, Hana. If I can give you then, if you say no. But where should we meet? He listened thoughtfully, then set his fingers. I got it! I use an ice cream cone to make up for the one that I ruined, so how about that? As the conversation grew quieter, the students crowded closer. Mia was almost right behind Paul with eyes like a devil. An ice cream date? Deal. So I'll meet you there after class. Speaking of, you should really get going. The bell ring in a minute. Hey, you're right. He tossed her hair affectionately, and Hana shoved it on away from it. See that, Hana? He left the room and Hana collapsed onto her chair. Gathered his students in the class turned his regular pre-Western commotion. The dark looks to shatter of curses. Mai whistled. There you go, Hana. You're killing it. I know you say you didn't want to be in the spotlight, but it looks like you'll be there whether you want it or not. He sighed and threw her head down on her desk. Dave, is not our day. Surprisingly good. After class, Hana said goodbye to Mai and made her way to the cashier, feet dragging like pockets of ice. Suddenly, the social check felt like a death march. Part of her was saying goodbye to something. She watched the wind in the trees, smiled at the stressed faces of passing students. Yes, goodbye. It was goodbye to life as she knew it. Thanks to Paul, everything was going to change. She had a good run, didn't she? When she got to the shop, Paul was waiting for her. And all the sort of curious onlookers, all praying to be there for food or some other activity. He appeared from behind the notebooks and strolled through the aisles of the school shop. Eyes strange as he passed bags and tips and wrapped origiri to Paul and Hana. Hey Anna, glad you can make it. Yeah, you too. Paul was away to the counter where he ordered 2 vanilla ice cream cones with dazzling smile. Then after B5 to her. Wait, please cover one of those cones with sprinkles. Sprinkles! Cafeteria worker heard her guy chuckle when Paul received the cones. One was so dry to sprinkles he couldn't even see the vanilla. She bounced slightly on her heels. Careful not to drop this one. I thought I should be worried about that. I shook his hand. Paul went away the usual school table into a table next to the window. They sat soaked in the sunshine. It was a small change, but she never had seen the handkerchief at the angle. It made it feel special. So, Paul put the tip of the ice cream into her. And several small talk was on my mind, so we'll skip it. Tell me how you convinced you to join the campaign. I'll serve her ice cream and chew it thoughtfully. The sprinkles would definitely make her mouth look really carnival. Note to self, try not to smile. Are you comfortable joining the campaign? She hit her feet aimlessly on the table, gazing out the window. Today, spending time with Paul, exactly as they were now, was already something in his favor, but she really had no confidence she could be any help. She really knew Asuka, and didn't care, and people didn't care about her the way Paul seemed to think they did. Well, maybe now they do her name, but it was not a positive association, not for the girls anyway. She didn't know most things about how student government worked, or how it helped the school, or what the needs were. Was it even a buzz that could have change? Paul watched her carefully, his breath held. As Hana gazed into his face, she realized she was missing a key component of the campaign. What do you want? Why do you want to be president? Ah. Paul tapped his nose as if he asked the question. See, I'm not some great philanthropist or anything. I don't think I'm claiming to have an unabashed, indiscriminate desire to do whatever I can to make the world a better place. If I came down to it, if I was taking care of my friend, taking care of strangers, I'd pick my friends first. I'm compassionate, but I'm not a martyr. Let's get that out of the way first. He furrowed his brow, rolling his neck out. This question is so hard. Every time I answer it differently. It's just that it matters so much. I don't know if I can give one answer that comes close to how I feel about it. Okay. He sits down on the table, tapping rhythmically to voice his thoughts. So let's say you want to make some kind of difference, and you have the whole entire world to go about doing that in, right? Lots of going everywhere. Climate change, poverty, the literacy rate, water access. There's so much one person to do, but one person can't do all of it. You have to pick and choose your battles. Right now, the world is a lot smaller. He drew a tiny circle on the table. Right now, our world is off scale. Nobody's club. While I was here years prior, I would walk around and see how ineffective our student government was. Like, it was just a little title. The people who ran it got perks, like sleeping in class, but they didn't feel any responsibility to the student body. You notice all cultural activities are put on by the students of their own choosing. Jerry's fashion show, John's play, and there was a major communication gap between teachers and students. Students were literally going mad with stress. Mr. Kapasi used to sleep for only 4 hours a night. He was working so hard dealing with all of us. It wasn't like I was looking for a way to make this world better or anything. I just looked around and thought, hey, this isn't right. I talked to Nick and Josh, who came up with all the ideas of how it could be better. We were sitting there in a room, graduating ourselves, to have figured out all the solutions. Feeling really good about it and everything, and finally, my wife just goes, why don't we actually do it then? Pulling back, his hand sliding hands up. He seemed relieved. So we did. That's how it happened. Wait, what was the question again? She put aside the ice cream cone he set on the table, which was now forming a puddle on the at his surface. Parker started licking on the cone, bent down like a dog. She was knocking on the table and bit into her cone and watched him lap up the vanilla. This was our student council president. She bit into the cone again. So I did if I'd half the time. So unintentionally deceptive, so gung-ho, they didn't even notice how his face messed with the rest of them. He sighed and held the rest of the cone into her mouth. Paul was drinking the vanilla out of his increasingly soggy cone, the conversation forgotten. She placed her hands on the table. I'll do it. What? You will? You don't even know what my problem is yet. I mean, I haven't really made it, but it's fine. I'll do it. I want to help you. Paul was an eyebrow at her, clearly confused about her sudden change of heart. She shook her head. She didn't want to talk about it. Well, good. Great. In that case, we were planning to have a meeting tomorrow during lunch to get a strategy going. I'll be there. She smiled sadly at him. Are you sure you're okay? You don't seem to be happy about this. The other figure is against the table, wondering how to explain what just happened. You just kind of had something drop into your lap that you couldn't turn away, no matter how you felt about it? I don't think so. Hana shrugged. It's hard to explain, but there was no way I could refuse. I need to be on this campaign with you. I just do. Paul stared at her in shock. Then a small smirk curled his lips. Well, I knew there was something special about you. He was great impressed with her and pricked her. Just got here to you. The people hovering just out of earshot. They were going to head out. Okay, I'll walk you back. The soggy inaction stood, but she held out her hand. Please don't. Hana? I'll see you tomorrow, okay? He was standing there in the cafe, quickly running through the hovering people and out into the sunshine, gasping for air. The sun was setting. The conversation might take longer than she thought. She got back to the dorms, trying hard not to think about what happened, trying very hard to ignore the sinking feeling that hit her stomach as she listened to him speak. There's nothing for it. The damage was done. She walked into her room, hoping desperately Mara would be at practice or busy with something, but... Hey, tell me everything. How'd it go? Is he into you? Are you on the campaign? Man, you're kicking total ass. I just know it. I knew you were desperate for greatness. Mara got her hand, jumped up and down. Hana avoided her eyes. Hey, what's wrong with you? She threw down her bag next to her desk and tried to take off her shoes with her feet. One got easy, the other, the right one, caught on her ankle, just like it always did. That is two tight ones, and she never bothered to fix them, but she put them on. So it always happened. When she went to take them off, and now she was standing there like a devastated penguin, all she wanted was this stupid shoe off. Ugh! She was on the floor, ripped the shoe off with her hands. Now I watched her in silence. She put her head in her hands, covering her face, breathing deeply, trying hard not to let it show, trying very hard not to let it show. You okay? She shook her head slowly. Did you tell me you didn't want to?
Sure.
Or do something bad to you again? She ripped her face with a hand. No, that's the problem. She took a deep breath again, not wanting to talk while she was crying, but it was too late. His sis opened the floodgates and she started sobbing on the floor. What happened then? My food to her side, rubbing her back. Whatever happened? I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure he didn't mean it, or you'll do great, or... Hana buried her head in her shoulders, shaking her head. I'm just being a baby. It's not really a bad thing at all. I just didn't want it to happen. I didn't think it would happen. I don't know it could happen this way. Why are we going to talk about this? Just how it happened. She pulled her head back so she could see her face. It wasn't something she wanted to admit. She didn't even know how to admit it. It was something that never had happened before. But I was sitting there listening to Paul, listening to plain and utter compassion he had for people, listening to how passionate he wanted to be the student council president and how he came to that decision. As he spoke, she felt a terrible sinking feeling in her stomach. She looked out the window, the cherry blossom tree that had been blooming during the flower festival loosened its petals, and she watched them fall to the ground in slow motion. So this is what it feels like, she thought. I'm in love with Paul, and I don't really understand how it happened. Maya's hands froze for a second. They started rubbing her back again. She waited for her to tell her that she was blowing things out of proportion, or jumping to conclusions, but she said nothing. When she looked up at her, she was thinking in her head, staring at the wall. That's how things fall sometimes, Hana. Next time we'll continue Paul's route. Till then.